Basketball fans, what's going on? Welcome into NBA Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, as always, Jimmy Crowther, breaking down all the latest NBA news and NBA rumors. So we got a few rumors coming up for you. We also have some news at the very end of today's video, so stay tuned for that. The Golden State Warriors might just have the best trade offer for Giannis Antetokounmpo, according to Ramona Shelburne. Now, we all know Ramona Shelburne is well plugged into a lot of NBA circles. She has a lot of team sources, and she's saying, hey, with that number 2 pick in this year's draft, with Andrew Wiggins, and with the Minnesota first-round pick coming up, the Golden State Warriors might have what it takes to make a Giannis Antetokounmpo trade actually happen. Now, will the Bucks actually look to trade Giannis? I'm not so sure. Of course, the 2-time MVP is set to be a free agent in 2021. And with the Bucks, they do have the Supermax to offer him this next season. Now, should he accept it is a totally different question, but we do know that the Bucks want to add winning pieces around Giannis. They don't want to just move him because they're afraid he might not sign the extension. They want to put a championship team around him, but the Warriors might be better suited to do that than the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, if you're Warriors fans, I've got great news for you. We've got our Warriors channel up and running, and we're trying to get 100 new subscribers after this video. So, you can see that link below. It's youtube.com/WarriorsTV. And guys, here's the deal. The Warriors are probably going to have the most exciting offseason of any team. So whether you're a Warriors fan or just a generic NBA fan, that is one of the channels you are going to want to follow. We got our Lakers channel, we got our Mavs channel, and now we got the Warriors channel up and running. youtube.com/WarriorsTV. Now let's keep talking about this Giannis to Golden State rumor and how it might happen or why it might not happen. According to Tim Bontemps, he said even if Giannis does decline that Supermax extension, which would keep him a buck for the next 5 to 6 years, the Bucks are not going to look to trade him. In fact, they want to look to improve the roster around him and convince him to stay in 2021. Now, we all know Giannis has said that he wants to remain loyal to the Milwaukee Bucks, but we've heard that from a lot of players in a lot of different places that they want to remain loyal to their current team. That doesn't mean they're going to stay there for the entire time. So what would a trade look like? Let's say Giannis flips, and let's say the Warriors say, no, we want to give you up before we lose you for nothing. This is kind of what Ramona Shelburne thinks could actually happen. Andrew Wiggins goes to the Milwaukee Bucks. The Golden State Warriors' number 2 overall pick in the 2020 NBA draft goes to the Milwaukee Bucks. And then Minnesota's first-round pick in 2021 or 2022 goes to the Bucks as well. Now, let me explain that pick. If the Timberwolves pick is top 3 in 2021, the Minnesota Timberwolves will keep it. If it falls anywhere after the 3rd pick in that draft, the Warriors will get that pick in 2022 or in 2021, But if it does stay in the top 3, the Warriors will get the pick in 2022 no matter what. Kind of confusing, I know, but more likely than not, it is going to go to the Warriors in 2021. So that means back-to-back first-round picks for the Milwaukee Bucks. And if that's the case, this is what their lineup could look like without Giannis and in 2022. So after that 2021 draft, after the 2020 draft, after everything kind of calms down, you put LaMelo in at point guard this year. You draft him at number 2 overall. You still have Chris Middleton on the books as your starting shooting guard. Andrew Wiggins is full of potential. You put him at the starting small forward position. Brook Lopez will still be under contract at that point. And the kid that I have them taking in 2021 would be Evan Mobley out of USC. This kid is a 7-foot super freak that can play the power forward or center position. Going to be a freshman at USC. We'll get to see a full year of him in college and then see where he goes in that next draft. Now, the Warriors, on the other hand, they have the freaking super team of the century. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. Now Giannis is there with Kevon Looney in the middle or Marquise Chris or whoever you want starting at center. It doesn't really matter as long as you've got Klay, Draymond, Steph, and Giannis. Whoever's in that center position is going to be just fine. Now, we talked about the Warriors trading for him, but I want to know what team you think has the best shot at landing Giannis Antetokounmpo this either in the trade market or in the 2021 offseason. Let me know in the comment section below. Now let's talk about Carmelo Anthony. He wants to sign with a team that is apparently going to promise him big minutes. But the other rumor is that if that doesn't happen, then he'll just re-sign with the Trailblazers as a role player. Now, he played a really big role for the Portland Trailblazers this last season, and I like what he did. He put up solid numbers, and you saw that when he was with that team compared to what he did with the Houston Rockets, his numbers were very different. When he was with the Rockets in 2018, 2019, he was putting up 29 points, or he's playing 29 minutes per game, only averaging 13 points and shooting an inefficient 40% from the field and 32% from three. Also, only played in 10 games before getting cut that year. But then he goes to Portland this past year and becomes a valuable contributor to a playoff team, playing 33 minutes, scoring 15 points, and shooting better than 38% from three. Melo, I hated on you last summer, and you're going to make me hate on you again this offseason because, dude, why does it matter if you're playing big minutes? Like, how many more minutes could he be playing? He's playing 33 in Portland. He doesn't need to play any more than 33 minutes per game. I don't care where he goes. There's nowhere that'll play him more than that. Go back to Portland. You have something good going. Don't mess up a good thing. You were almost out of the league anyway. You're 36 years old. Take what you can get. Now, if he does leave Portland, there are some other teams out there. New York has been one that is mentioned. Sure, he'll play big minutes in New York, but they're not winning anything. The Golden State Warriors. Maybe he doesn't play big minutes, but he contributes to a championship team. Same with the Lakers. I also included the Denver Nuggets because not only would that be a fun homecoming story, it would also make a lot of sense. You put him off the bench with a guy like Michael Porter Jr. or starting over Michael Porter Jr. You can kind of mentor him. I like that fit a lot. Now let me know below what team you think Melo should sign with this offseason. I'd like to see him go back to Denver. I think that'd be a lot of fun. But I think it makes the most sense for him to stay in Portland where he's getting consistent minutes. He's probably a starter, if not a sixth man, and they might be back in the playoff race next season. Melo, just try to be content where you are. Don't focus so much on the minutes you're playing. Now, if you're an NBA fan or if you're just a human being living and watching this right now, you need to wear a mask. And you want to do that while repping your favorite team. So go to chatsports.com/NBA mask. These masks are up to 30% off, and you can get 1, packs of 2, packs of 3, or packs of 4 with your favorite team logo and design on them. So go pick yours up today. Up to 30% off some of these masks at chatsports.com/NBA mask. I tell you about these on a regular basis because, number one, I care about you. And number two, Fanatics, they're kind of helping us keep the lights on in this place. So when you go to that link, it helps us out as well. One more time, that's chatsports.com/NBA mask. That link is in the description and in the comment section. Let's talk about Andre Drummond of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Apparently, he and the Cavs are not close when it comes to extension talks. They apparently got pretty close a while back when he got traded there from the Detroit Pistons. But now they're not sold on giving him long-term money. Now, Drummond does have a $28 million player option this offseason, which everyone expects him to pick up. But now he's like, if I'm not going to get an extension, does he opt out? Does he sign elsewhere? Are the Cavs going to look to trade him? I don't really know. Now, this is what Chris Fedor said on Cleveland.com, so very plugged into the Cavaliers organization. He said at one point there was mutual interest in extension. However, the sides have been far apart in those preliminary discussions. The Cavs recognize Drummond's talents, but they also are honest about his flaws, especially in the pace and space era where bigs like him are easy to attain. Now, you can see his numbers over the last 4 years. He's been one of the leading rebounders almost every single year. He blocks shots pretty well, and he puts up big numbers in the points per game. Here's the problem with Drummond. Not only has he been on bad teams, I know you can make that argument for a lot of players that they put up big numbers on bad teams, but he's been the best player on those teams, and they don't translate to wins because Drummond is a traditional big man. Traditional big men in today's NBA don't work. Look at some of the best bigs out there. Nikola Jokic, he can run the point guard position. He can shoot the ball. Joel Embiid, he can space the floor better than Andre Drummond can. Anthony Davis can play both sides of the ball really well. He can also run the offense in the half court. Drummond doesn't do those things. Drummond is a back-to-the-basket guy, and he rebounds the ball really well. He's not a winning piece anymore, so I don't blame Cleveland for not giving him big money. Now, if you want to know where all the big-name players are going to go this offseason, you want to keep up to date with us on a regular basis, you're going to want to hit that subscribe button. We're currently at like 202,000 subscribers at this point, so let's get up to 205,000. Why not? I think we can do it pretty soon here. So go to youtube.com/chatsportstv. Make sure you subscribe. Let's talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo again on today's show. Could he go to Sacramento? No, he's not going to Sacramento. There was a very fake report that came out pretty recently, and I wanted to debunk it on this show for you guys so you can realize what's fake news and what's real news. Gregory Smith, that dude is fake news. In fact, it's a complete fake account. His @ is literally Nihilist Bucks. He is really just a Bucks fan account at this point. He said breaking. The Sacramento Kings reportedly have their eye on Giannis Antetokounmpo in 2021. No, they don't. They might. I guess every team does, right? But why would Giannis go to Sacramento? Look at the players that are under contract when he would sign there. Buddy Hield, he wants out. Harrison Barnes, no thank you. Marvin Bagley, can't stay healthy. Corey Joseph and Justin James, what? Giannis is not going to Sacramento in 2021. I get every team wants a chance at Giannis. Sacramento is not going to be that team. They do not have a realistic shot at Giannis. That is a complete fake report. I'm not even going to call it a report. So don't believe everything you see on Twitter. I just want to make sure you guys realize that is not actually real, not actually happening. As Mitchell Renz would say, tuck rule, tuck that. That is not going to happen. But it's fun to think about Giannis going to the Kings. So give me your chances of Giannis signing with Sacramento in the comment section. You can be 0%. Maybe you're a Sacramento fan and you say 90%. Maybe he wants to play with De'Aaron Fox and Marvin Bagley. I will give it a 3.1% chance. So not terrible, because I think every team is going to have at least a little bit of a chance. But I have a feeling Giannis doesn't want to play for a team. He used to play in Cream City. I don't think he's going to go play for a team that's also called Sacktown. So not a good mix there for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Let's go news. One last little piece of news here for the NBA. Nate Bjorkgren, I think that's how you say his name. I could be totally off. I don't really know. But he has been hired as the new head coach of the Indiana Pacers. This dude coached in the G League for a really long time. Actually won what was then the D-League championship in 2011 for the Iowa Energy. And then he served as an assistant for the Suns under Jeff Hornacek for 2 years in 2015-16 and then 2016-17. And then for the past couple of years, he's been serving as the lead assistant under Nick Nurse, where he actually helped lead that Toronto team to an NBA championship in 2019. Now the Indiana Pacers have replaced Nate McMillan with Nate Bjorkgren. And I actually really like the hire, because there are a lot of question marks with this Indiana team. Are they going to trade Oladipo? Are they going to trade Miles Turner? Are they going to stay healthy? Are they going to be able to do something in the draft? What is going to happen now with a new head coach? They originally interviewed guys like Dave Yeager, Chris Finch, and Chauncey Billups. Didn't go with any of those hires. And I'm actually pretty excited that they went with a new guy in Nate Bjorkgren, because this is kind of I don't know what the right word would be, but it at least gets you to a point where it's like, okay, this isn't the same guy that everyone else is interviewing. This isn't, the same old Tyronn Lues, the Mark Jacksons, the Jeff Van Gundys. A new name, a new face in Indiana. I am excited about it. There's still a few head coach openings out there, and so if you've made it to the end of this video, I want you to make your predictions in the comments section. Who will be the next head coach hired in the NBA? Be the first to predict it so you can come back to this video and say, hey, look, I got it right. Put it down in the comments section.